So, this is your host, Steve from the back. Obviously, this is part 2 of the rant. So, obviously, I'm eating dinner. I'll admit, I'm even indulging in a small amount of Belvedere alcohol mixed with some other juice. And I could already hear some people's brains. They're like, well, you want some bullshit, cause that's what do they call it? They're like, that's some low grade, low protein feedlot beef. That's not even real protein. That's not fish. That's not salmon. That's not a that's not a lean steak. That's not lean beef. That's not chicken breast. That's feedlot beef. Look here, man. I don't give a fuck if that shit. I don't give a fuck if that shit was McDonald's, bro. Obviously, I'm joking when I say that. Obviously, I wouldn't give a fuck if it was KFC, because at least that's chicken. Okay, chicken is a little bit more high quality than some goddamn McDonald's, probably. Some McDonald's processed beef. But even though KFC is like chicken with a lot of, what do you call it? A lot of breading and shit. Even though it's not what I'm saying. It's not. Well, it's not really greasy, but it's fried. So you have the heart of the meal. That's really the chicken, the tissue from the chicken. But then you have this like breading, which is kind of like part of it, but we're talking about protein. Look here. You want me to eat fucking chicken breast, huh? You want me to eat chicken breast on this fucking channel for you? And eat salmon and all that shit? Well, if you want me to get that technical, look here, motherfucker. Because I'm just saying this to you, though, who have little dumb shit to say. Because I know some of you out here are some punk asses, and the thing is, you don't want to actually really just eat protein. So you try to make every excuse. So you're gonna say, oh well, it's nothing, because like as if something is nothing. Like, oh, so it's not super lean and super quality. It's not grass-fed organic. It's probably feedlot beef from Walmart or some shit, right? Even if it was, it wouldn't matter. Guess what? The amount and the quantity that I'm eating is probably more than fucking some of you people eat in a damn week, probably. Okay, I had a nasty ass can of tuna earlier, big ass can. Okay, sometimes I eat that salad albacore nasty shit, and it's hard going down. So what I'm saying is, I may not be getting the highest of my best, potential of protein going down every day, and yada yada yada. But the point is, with me being a man that has to work a crappy ass job, I have the discipline to try to get enough protein in, at least what feels like to me is enough for me in a day, right? Because something is better than nothing. I'm not one of you motherfuckers that's out here talking about some nugs, some fucking Pop-Tarts, some TV dinner, some Hot Pocket, some gay ass shit like that. Okay? This is fucking meat. This is shit you gotta chew, and then you gotta fucking swallow it. Right? This is shit that when it hits your stomach like a ton of bricks. And then you still have to make sure that when your training days are, you train hard. You give it your all. Okay? You pump blood to the muscle. Like Arnold says. You pump blood to the muscle. You stretch the muscle. You try to hit each side of the muscle, because the muscle has about like 4 different fucking sides. You try to hit the back, the front, and the sides. and whatever in between on whatever muscles you're trying to hit, right? This is discipline. This is just that you just want to look good, right? Now, some of you people out here have it so easy where maybe looking good for you is just some easy shit. Like maybe you were born with some fucking Brad Pitt-esque face, and for some weird reason you're a freak, and you just like, not only are you ripped, but you have good insertions, and you have a certain height to where your roundness of your muscles has a certain protruding shape, and you don't really have to work that hard. You just have this general, like, appearance. Some of us motherfuckers have to work, like, really, really, really hard. Someone like me, myself, has to work really, really, really hard to even try to come close to a classically handsome, attractive, athletic, and strong male that women would generally desire, okay? Okay, you motherfuckers who want to talk shit and say, I'm just saying, just in case. You get what I'm saying. Just in case someone was dumb enough to say some shit, who probably doesn't even get their protein in, or doesn't even try. They're like, that's feedlot beef. That shit ain't high quality. You might as well. What are you talking about? You're talking about protein. Well, that's not You know how it's okay. You know. I'm just saying this because I have to just kind of stick this in here. You notice how it's always the weakest little motherfuckers that, because they don't do anything, they try to make it sound as if like, well, you might as well just give up, because that's all they do is just give up. They don't try. So it's like you do one thing, and then they try to critique every part of it to make it seem like it has no validity. You know what I'm talking about, right? I've seen people like this all the time. Like, it's like they try to say, well, it's like that type of you're going to get hurt type of people. Like, you may not want to do that because, it's dangerous. It's like, how do you think that someone ever became good at anything? You think they just breezed through it? No, they fell on their ass. They probably broke a finger. They probably sprained an ankle. They probably fractured something, and they healed, and they were tough enough to keep going, and they got better. They got more confident. And next thing you know, they don't, half of the time they almost never fall or trip. I'm not trying to brag, but I'm one of those people to where I'm over years of training and things. I almost like, I can't even count how many times I actually fell off of doing anything and literally said like, oh, I almost literally ate shit. Like I literally felt like I had no backup. I had no way I could roll, no way I could land, no way I could. That almost never happens. That's what I mean. Like over years. Come on now. You get what I'm saying? It's like you just do it. It's like the slogan. You just do it, okay? Don't try to split hairs with me, because I know what your game is, some of you people. Some of you people have this splitting hairs game where you think that if you can split enough hairs, you can really just, what's the word? You can really just procrastinate and tap dance around the issue so much that you end up sounding smart, and you make someone feel like they're as dumb as your ass is, and you think you can fool them into thinking that the small thing that they're doing, their struggle, is not even valid because it's not picture perfect. See, I'm not dumb enough to fall for that bullshit. I'm not dumb enough to fall for that. So I'm just saying that. So if you didn't learn anything from this rant, just get what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is like, eat your fucking protein, man. And this is really geared more towards men, because this is more of a man thing. It's like, you want to be more attractive? You want to be more classically attractive or desirable? Like, you want to have some physique, you want to have some shape, you want to have some muscle, you don't have to be huge by any means, but you want to have like some noticeable definition in size. Like, you want to look good in your clothes, right? And out of your clothes? The fuck? It's going to take a shit ton of work. You think this is going to be easy? Nah. It's a hobby. Yes, yeah, it's a hobby. Like, you train. You ask some guys, like, yeah, I go to the gym. Yeah, he goes to the gym. But what you're not getting off that is, do you know how much actual work and discipline he puts in? He says it like that casually. Like, people sometimes ask me, oh, Steve, what'd you do on the weekend? Like, oh, yeah, I worked out. sometimes it goes straight over their head. Like, they don't really understand, like, man, what they don't know what he probably did was like some shit that would put me on a bed rest, you know? Because, like, why I shouldn't have to really go explain everything in detail, because people don't give a fuck. They don't want to even know that. They don't want to know that shit. They don't have, because it's not a hobby to them. It's a hobby to you, right? People are listening. It's your hobby. So you know the intricacies in the small parts of it. Other people are dumbasses, and they think like, oh, you know, when all of a sudden you see a person and they've made progress, and then you just all of a sudden notice, you're like, God damn, like you're looking good, man, or you're looking good, sister, or whoever you are, you know, if you're female. And how do you think that happened? It's like it didn't happen overnight. They were training. They were they were busting their ass, probably. You know what I mean? Whatever they were doing, they were busting their ass. So there's ups and downs. There was trial and error. There was pain, suffering, sacrifice, discipline, and through all that. And people are just ignorant anyways. People all they're gonna see is like, oh, okay, I noticed this. Okay, it's like, how do you think that shit happened? You gotta connect the dots is the thing. So with your own self, like my own self, you have to connect these dots and realize that, like, hey, look, this is still about like recreation and fun. But what I'm giving you is I'm giving you the real, like, I'm saying it in a way that's real. I'm not giving you no bullshit. I'm not telling you a lie. I'm not sugarcoating anything. I'm just telling you straight facts that any normal person with 2 brain cells can put together. Right? Okay, so if you're serious about, like, hey, I'm going to start training because, you know, or if you're already training, you just want to hear someone else's perspective. I don't know, maybe you're like 5, maybe you're only 5'7", and you're like, I want to know a lanky, skinny ass beanpole guys. I want to know one of these black Slim Jim motherfuckers. I want to know I want to know his perspective on training. Like, what's his perspective on bodybuilding? You know, like, well, here's my perspective. So, you know, or you could be even a woman. You could be the polar opposite. You could be a short, I don't know, maybe you could be a 5'6" or something, a woman. And maybe you're like, what's a fucking 6'2" tall, thin black guy? How does he try to build muscle? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, some people's minds work like that. Like, they don't want to listen. It's weird. Like, they literally, it's very interesting too. It's like they don't want to listen to like the soccer mom that goes to the gym with them advice that they heard. They don't give a fuck about what Sarah said. They don't give a fuck about that shit. They're like, I want to know what that skinny, tall, black motherfucker who's a male. They're like, I want to know what this guy's take is on this shit. Like for some reason they think that like it's a more harder core, more real version of what they're really trying to accomplish. Like, they're like, I really want to shock my body. I really want to shock my muscle. I really want to get strong. I'm going to ask this motherfucker. You know, and this motherfucker says that he's really thug. Like, you know, he's not trying to, like, brag or anything, but he'll try to tell you, like, I'm really thug, man. I'm not even lying. Like, I'm really about my shit. Like, you know, you want to know? I'll fucking tell you. She wants that shit. She wants that type of advice. She doesn't want, like, some yoga mom, soccer mom, her buddy down the street, her girlfriend advice. She wants my advice, right? And I'll tell her. And I'll try to literally walk her through. I'll try to tell her what she wants to know. I'll try to take from, because everyone's different. All our bodies are different. Everyone's different. If that makes sense. Everyone is different to a degree. So, like I said, for instance, a woman that is possibly, I don't know, even a mom, even like, maybe not a mom, maybe just a woman who, for whatever reason, I don't know, you know, who maybe wants to like work out a certain way. you know, she may want a different perspective. She may not, like I said, she may not want the perspective you would imagine she wants. She may want another whole way left field perspective. Even though it's still valid, just as valid. It just seems unusual, you know. I don't know, you know, that maybe you don't know what I'm saying, but I'm just trying to explain something to you, right? Like some people, you know, they laugh at me. I laugh because this guy, he looked at me weird on the bus. I didn't acknowledge it, but he just looked at me weird because I was talking to someone I kind of am acquainted with, and I was like telling them how I go to playgrounds sometimes to work out. Like sometimes I have to go to the playground to get a certain workout. And in some people's minds, they think like, oh, that's only for jail. Like that's not for when that's for jail or some shit. Like no. It's what it is you have to be eclectic when you want to get things done, right? What I mean is you have to take initiative, and you have to seize the initiative. Any way you can get something done and you see something that could work, you have to learn how to do that to get whatever goals you need met. It doesn't matter how weird it looks. It doesn't matter how unusual it is. It doesn't matter if even authorities may get involved because they're like, "What are you doing here? You know, like, what are you doing? You know, why are you here? You know?" And they try to get a certain way. It's like you just have to be strong as a person and just know that like you have to get your needs met and you have to get shit done. And to tell you the truth, if you're really serious and you're really putting effort in being intense with your workouts, they're short a lot of times. They're literally fucking short. They don't take a long time. There are times where I've done workouts in the most obscure, weird-ass places, and I got all I needed from it, but the shit was so short because the shit was so intense. You know what I mean? It's not something that you gather a crowd to see. It's not something that people would even notice, you know, because the shit's over so fast. If they saw you, they might look for it because they're like, whoa, what is this guy doing? Like, and they realize like, wow, I probably couldn't do that shit. You know what I mean? Like, it looks hard, and it is hard. But the thing is, you have to do what you have to do. Okay. Like I said, just do it. You just eat your fucking protein. Goddammit. Stop fucking around. Do what you know you want to do or what you need to do to get what your goal or result is. Whatever that goal is. You know, I don't really know what your goals are. Like I said, my goals are simply to just put on some good muscle. You know, make sure it looks good. Make sure it's attractive. You know, try to look better for women. You know, and for myself, but look better for women, you know, so I can try to attract a woman and I can, you know, like give her something that she deserves, you know what I mean? And I also talked about this before, right? I'm gonna talk on this. This is nasty. I'll admit, yeah, this is some nasty shit, but I'm gonna speak on it. So I talked about before about the adult film industry, right? And I was talking about how, like, you know, you got a lot of these cam motherfuckers running around here, right? And you gotta learn from these people. Like, you ever notice you have some of these cam people, men and women, and you ever looked at some of these people's physiques, both men and women? Like, I'll give you an example. Like, if most of you females are familiar, because I know you motherfuckers fap too, and you like men, obviously. I know you motherfucking females know who Johnny Sins is. Don't act like you don't know who Johnny Sins is. Everyone knows who Johnny Sins is, bro. Whether you're gay, straight, female, male, you know who Johnny Sins is. Someone's like, I don't know who he is. Then look him up, motherfucker. Look him up. The internet's right there. Now, you're some motherfucker walking around here looking like... Now, I'm gonna say Johnny Sins is probably a not unusual person, really, but if you looking like Johnny Sins looking motherfucker, you know, that's a physique. Like, that's not an unrealistic physique, but it's a good physique. You know what I mean? For a man. Like, you know, you got that type of look going on. Or you're looking like some King Nasir motherfucker or some shit. Or you're some female and you look like some goddamn, Kelly Divine or some, what's the bitch? I can't picture what's her name. Some Rachel Starr looking chick who's not even. I'm not trying to be mean, but who's not exactly that young, but looks fucking really good. You know, you gotta understand, you know these people train, right? It's like, do you think they just sit? No, these people be in the gym. These porn stars are in the gym. The fuck? You think they're not? You don't know nothing about nothing if you think that these porn stars, male and female, are not in the gym, bro. You're out of your mind, man. You're out of your mind. Or if it's not in the gym, they're working out at home, they're doing calisthenics, they're doing yoga and shit. It doesn't always need to be that, but I'm just saying, like, some of these bodies that these people, like, oh, I wish I looked like that, what the fuck do you think these... I almost said something else. What do you think that these people are doing? These people are in the gym or at home. They're doing shit, okay? They're not just sitting on their ass. Now, I will say there is a sect. I'm getting too deep into this shit, too. But whatever, I wouldn't have to. There is a sect of porn. You're like, this guy got too many drinks in him. I only had one drink, first off. It's like, he's getting all over the place. Look, there's a sect, because you're talking about fitness, now you're talking about adult film industry. It's all encompassing, motherfucker. Everything's connected. Shut up. Shut up and learn. So, look here. There's a sect of the adult film industry where there are supposed obese people. Not all of these people are what I would be calling super obese, but there are some of you flabby, fattier motherfuckers out there. And men and women. And the thing is, now some of these people, their whole point is they want to be extra big. Now, I'll give it to them. Some of these women that are BBW women, they're gorgeous women. They're still beautiful. You know, they're gorgeous. Hell, shit, I would I would love to have a chick like some of those chicks. Some of them, because, like I said, they're not super just obese, you know. They're bigger than most girls would be, but they still look good. Just like, I'm gonna call her out. I'm not calling her out, but I'm just keeping it real. Everyone know who Kelly Divine is? Kelly Divine's ass, last time I checked, done got fat as a motherfucker. Kelly Divine done got, but guess what? A fat Kelly Divine is just as hot as when she was slim as a slim Kelly Divine, because the way I'm telling you, it's because the way she holds weight. She still has some of that muscle. It's still Kelly Divine. You get what I'm saying? She's not just a fucking blob. So what I'm saying is, I'm trying to say, even some of these motherfuckers that you call fat out here still got some fucking shape to them, and they still got some fucking muscle. Okay? I'm just telling you what my whole point is. Like I said, this is a fitness rant, obviously. This is a calorie rant. This is a protein. This is a dinner rant. This is a dinner file rant. Motherfucker. This rant is all I said it was. Just do it. Do what you know you can do. Fuck the bullshit. I mean, come on now. You know you're on some bullshit. You know you're like, oh, no, it's not appealing. Okay, I'll try to level with you. If you can, like, picture this, right? I've had nights where my skinny ass has gotten up at crazy hours. Some fucking, like, insidious horror movie type of hour. 3 a.m., 2 a.m. Got up and downed some can of fucking, like, pork or some shit. Whatever it had protein, or if it was macros. I'm like, man, I gotta eat. It's like stuff that's not even high quality. Just because I know I need, like, look, at the end of the day, it's kind of like, think of it like this. Think of it like some think of it like it's some horrible survival situation, like there's a mountain lion, right? Let's say there's a mountain lion. This would never happen, but this is gonna make you laugh. But just imagine this shit, right? There's a mountain lion. There's hostile people in the fucking area, right? It's getting cold. Night's starting to get cold. You notice that literally your little fingers are starting to get, like, not numb, but you're starting to lose the same tactile let's just say it like that, the tactile shit that you feel when you felt comfortable, right? You're feeling vulnerable out right now. You got mosquito bites all over your ass. You know what I mean? You're like, you wish you start daydreaming or night dreaming. You start dreaming about other places, better days, more comfortable situations. You feel like this is hell, right? You're like, this is hell. This is hell right now, right? Imagine you're this person in this fancy scenario, right? You're like, this is hell. I feel like a bitch. Like, I know that I can't be a bitch. I have to have nerves of steel. I have to be composed. I have to know if there's any threat. I just have to make it in this situation, right? And like, you're like, in your head, you're like, I can't do this. Like, I know I'm hard, but I know I'm hard. Like, I know I can do this. Like, I'm capable of this. I've done this before. I can. And you're like, I can't. That's how it is when you have to do shit like that. You know, you're like, I don't even have an appetite right now. Like, your inner mind sounds like a little bitch. It's like, I'm not even hungry right now. I just went pee. My stomach actually feels a little full. I just went pee to get rid of room. I would need more room. I'm gonna wait until tomorrow, and I'm gonna eat something for lunch. When your stomach's already growling, when you just fucking woke up in the morning. No, you're gonna go and you're just gonna grab whatever, and you're gonna make sure you get point blank. It doesn't matter what they are. You're gonna get calories in you. And then you're going to try to struggle to go your depressed single ass to sleep. Right? Exactly. That's how this is, right? For me, that's what it is. I don't know if it's like that for you. But I hope some of you people out here that are watching, it is that for you, so you can at least relate and get what I'm saying, right? So it doesn't sound like just like gibberish to you, right? So if that doesn't make you get the point, like I told this story before, right? I was homeless one time. I was out there in fucking basketball shorts doing fucking calf raises on the fucking train tracks. I was literally feet away from train tracks with smelly trash and mosquitoes and roaches and shit that fly doing fucking calf raises. With some gay-ass rubber fucking 15-pound fucking dumbbells on a piece of cardboard. Because there were ants and thorns and shit, and it's just, you know, I just wanted something under my feet. Because I'm like, I don't want to fucking do calf raises and ants, or I don't want to, this is fucking crazy. There's fucking roaches and shit. I mean, come on. Every second, literally, I think, like, someone might come in here and try to steal my shit. I may have to fight more than one person at once. Because some motherfuckers come in here and then someone just talks shit, and I feel like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm pissed off. I'm about to just brawl. I'm about to just break out and just, you know, I'm about to make an example. If I can, I always look like this. If you win, you know, they say you win some, you lose some. Sometimes you gotta make an example out of a motherfucker or some motherfuckers. You know, more than once. You gotta make an example. You get what I'm saying? So you make a point. You make a fucking point. I could deal with all that shit. All of it. Right? You're fucking homeless. You're around a bunch of retards. You might as well be in fucking jail or something. You know, it's like you're around a bunch of retarded fucking people. You know? So, you know, I had to work out. I had to still... There's no stop. You gotta understand, there's no stopping in this thing. You don't stop. You just keep fucking going. There's only evolution. You only evolve. You just evolve. You make gains, you evolve. You know, you put on pounds. You may even get to a point to where you're like, huh, I'm putting on pounds, but I don't look as cut as I want. I may want to lean down a little, right? Now, I don't have those type of issues yet. But that might come to a point. I've seen that shit happen with people. It's just, this is a thing. Just like any other thing, there's discipline in this shit. This isn't just willy-nilly fucking thing. This is hard. This is shit that, like, you ever look at someone, like for instance, I have uncles who were, bodybuilders, right? They weren't like pro bodybuilders, but they were bodybuilders. And they competed in things, right? They got trophies and shit. You know, it took work for them to get to that fucking level. It took work. It wasn't no easy shit. And they were natural too. They weren't on no fucking gear, no fucking drugs, or no SARMs. If they even, I don't even know if they had SARMs back then. I don't know if they did it back then, but like, no. You know what I mean? It wasn't some easy fucking thing. Just saying. I'm just saying, like, don't sit there and be one of those people that's like, defeats themselves and they're like, oh, you know what? I just want to sit here and play, what's it called? Fortnite and eat my chicken nuggets. Oh, so you just want to eat your chicken nuggets and play Fortnite, huh? Oh, okay. Like, did you even train, or like, God forbid, you're like, because some people, I don't know, maybe some people you train, but you don't eat shit. It's like, I even did that at certain points in my life and got no gains. I learned the hard way. It's like, you know, you could train all you want, but if you're not eating, and you're not eating the right things, then your training doesn't work how you want it to. Literally, I tell this crazy story, and I don't know if anyone else has heard this or heard another video or something, about how when I was like at a certain age, I was stronger at certain points than I actually am now with certain lifts. And someone will say, well, how? How the fuck can you be that skinny? You're already skinny as hell now. How can you be that skinny and be stronger? It's because the diet was off, and the, how do I say this? The method was off. Like, for instance, there wasn't enough rest period to build muscle. There was enough to build strength. But then there wasn't enough to build any size. There wasn't enough to build the muscle. I wasn't getting enough protein or macros or anything, enough calories, period, to make significant size gains. There were strength gains, you know, really low reps, some heavy shit, but there wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. You know what I mean? So like I said, if you're trying to just look better, you're gonna have to make some size gains. And like I said, if you're natural, like, duh. You know, like, duh, I'm natural. Obviously. Painfully obviously. You know? You realize that, like, your size gains are not what other people's gains are gonna be, first off. Especially, like I said, I'm 6'2". It's tall and thin. A lot of bone. There's a lot of the room you have to fill out. It's not like it's not so easy. You don't put on visible, like, size so easy. You don't have that crazy pump when you're this tall. It just doesn't work like that, bro. You should know that. So, like I said, you gotta really just, like, you gotta make a decision that you're gonna have to do this because you want a certain thing. Even for those, like I said before, even for those who, maybe some people out there just hate being a wimp. Like, you know, I've heard men and women, but mostly women, you know. Women sometimes are a little more humble, so they'll keep it real. A lot of men, you know, they front. It's like, they're like, oh, you know this, nah, you know you, straight up bitch. So I'm like, get the fuck out of here, that shit, man. In my head, I wouldn't say it, because I'm not disrespectful. I wouldn't say that to their, like, face just like that to be a dick. But in my head, I've heard men say some shit, certain men, I'm thinking like, yo, you talking straight out your ass right now. Like, you on some bullshit. Because you know damn well that that's just a facade. You know, like, nah. Nah, that's just a facade. You're a lot more vulnerable than you think. You know, just get out of here. But some women, you know, they'll be like, oh, you know, I wish I wasn't so weak. You know, I just give up. I just, you know, I do this, I do that. It's like, you know, well, if you tried hard enough and you really cared enough, you could train, and, you know, you would not be that weak. You know, you not saying you would be, what, do you think you're going to be a She-Hulk? No, but you would not be that weak. You wouldn't have to be asking for help for this and that and this, because you would got it. You'd be like, I got this. You know, you're used to doing those lifts. You're like, I have this. This is not a big issue for me, right? That's the whole point. You know, if that's your goal, if your goal is just strictly strength, in performance, then you still have to train. Basically, at the end of the day, my whole thing is there's something you always just have to do. You can't escape it. You can't tap dance around it. You can, but what I'm saying is you will never have what you actually want if you do that, because there's no substitute. It just doesn't work that way. I don't care if you literally were a person who wanted to experiment and you're like, hey, I wonder if I just like juiced myself out of my mind and did steroids and just I didn't train, but I just juice. Guess what? You're not gonna get what you there's no way you get what you want. It's not gonna happen like that. What do you think, you're just gonna shred excess fat? You're gonna all of a sudden have these abs, you're gonna have quads, calves, pecs, and traps, and shoulders, and all this shit. Everything, triceps, forearms, even muscles on your fucking hands and feet in certain places. You're gonna you think that's gonna happen, and you think you're just gonna be, you really and perform and all this crazy shit. You really think that's gonna happen because you just took juice? And people that go crazy out of their mind with these steroids, they train like crazy. And then I'll even say, do you know that when a person takes steroids, maybe you don't know this, I'm not trying to call people dumb, but some people don't really know. Do you know that when a person actually takes enhancements, they can put out a load of work that like most people just can't? Like naturally you just can't even keep up, you can't keep up with that. You just can't. That's why they're enhanced. There's kind of a reason why. It's like, why do you think they can do the things they do, heal how quick they can, look the way they look? You think that's just, it goes hand in hand, is what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say there's no magic switch for anything. There's no magic switch. There's no, I don't know how other way to put it. There's no like quick fix with this shit. There isn't. There's not. So, at the end of the day, like I said, at the end of the day, you gotta just do it, man. And the crazy thing is, someone would say, oh, well, that sounds like a lot really to swallow there, buddy. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a mouthful. Hey, it's just a fucking hobby at the end of the day. You gotta understand, like, I'm gonna be an old man at the end of the day. This is just like a lifestyle, right? Just because I go to some bum-ass job and work some gay-ass job and I gotta do stupid shit, and don't you know I still have a culture, I still have a lifestyle? Like, I'm still a person. I'm still a person. I'm not a machine, right? This is a lifestyle. At the end of the day, this is a fucking lifestyle, okay? It's a lifestyle. It's not just, it is a hobby, but it's a lifestyle, right? And you make gains. It's like, you make gains, but you put in the work, right? You can make gains. Not saying they're going to be astronomical, but it's you that has to put in the work. You have to put in the mental work. You have to plan. You have to listen to your body, listen to yourself, look in the mirror. You have to feel how do you feel? You know what I mean? It's all of that. So I'm just saying this because I see things. I see things. Especially like with like friends and shit. Like I'm like, how can you say you want one thing, you want this, you want to do this, and then you do that? Like, what the fuck? This ain't no nuggets, hot dogs, and fucking TV dinners. The fuck? What? What are you talking about? Nah, this is not that. This is not Fortnite. This is not sit on our fannies and play Fortnite. No, nah. You better be doing some type of training. It's like, matter of fact, you better be training. I better see you resting, and then I better see you eating something. Because that's what it really is. It's train, eat, rest, and repeat. That's really all it is. It's just however you factor in, like, juggling everything else into that, depends on what you're actually doing. But really, that's, at the end of the day, that's what it really is, right? You have a rest period, You have to manage your training. You have to have strategies and tactics. Like, you get used to things, so you have to learn how to, like, up it. You have to know when to, how to. You gotta know everything, man. When to take a cheat day, when not to. You just have to learn, trial and error, you know. But one thing you can't do is this whole thing I see. This whole thing I see about I'm just half-assing everything. I'm too scared to do anything. It's always an excuse. I'm tired of that shit. I'm tired of it. I'm long-winded. So what? I'm being long-winded because I'm tired of this shit, man. I'm tired of it. I'm sick and tired of it. I'm ranting on this and venting because I want someone. I'm trying to motivate someone out there. I don't know who you are. I'm trying to motivate somebody. That's what I'm trying to do. You know, I'm trying to motivate someone out there. I don't know who it is, but just somebody. I feel like someone needs someone needs to hear this. Someone needs to hear this from a plain old nobody, average Joe that works at a shitty retail job and is a nobody. You don't need to hear it from you don't need to hear it from some YouTube fucking big fucking boulder shoulder chest bumping out of their fucking shirt. Oh yeah, I trust you know some of these guys. They're like, yeah, I go to the gym and I do that. you know, and you're thinking like, well, goddamn, how did you ever get like that? Like, how do you even look? Like, how did you, And they were at some point just someone like me at some point. When they talk, like when you hear the Hodge twins talk about when they were literally only 160 pounds. And people were actually thinking that they looked sickly. And then when you see them at 210 pounds, you're like, well, how the fuck did... It almost doesn't make sense. Well, like I said, that's my whole point. That it's just... Nothing is a quick fix. Nothing is overnight. I want someone to get this. Especially men. Especially men too, because I sometimes I look at men and I'm like, I'm just not like that. I'm just not built like that. I don't like I look at them in the way of like, it's okay if you want to sit and you want to play Call of Duty, you want to play Assassin's Creed and Fortnite, and you want to play Angry Birds or whatever. I don't know, whatever the fuck you're sitting down playing on a console or whatever the fuck, and you don't want to go train. Like you don't want to look good, like you don't want to try, you don't want to improve, you don't want to train, you don't want to get stronger, you don't want to improve your performance. It's like you just want to sit around and just let Father Time take its toll. Let Father Time take its toll on you, and then you just want to abuse certain things. You want to abuse substances, and you want to do is like, okay, man. Nothing. Look. I'm not saying there's a wrong. It's not wrong. Go ahead and do whatever you want. But I'm just saying, like, it boggles my mind and it scares me, actually, because I just would never want to do that. I'll put it like this. The only way I would do that is if somehow that would give me the same result. Like, could you imagine you plug your system in? Well, I sound like a dumbass. Like, it's already plugged in, obviously. You get your controller, you start playing your Assassin's Creed thing, whatever missions or however that game works, and all of a sudden, what's gonna happen? Your shoulders start getting capped. Your pectorals are, your pectorals are high on all sides. Your pectorals are popped on the high part, the low part, and the side. The fucking the I don't even know what it's called. The middle. The middle is it's separated, but it's big from the inside, from the outside. Your shoulders are capped. You got abs going. You got Tarzan's fucking legs and calves and shit. It's like all of a sudden you're built. It's like, what are you building muscle because you're playing a video? If it was that stupid shit, then I would do that. Then could you imagine? You get it like good physique because you're sitting and playing something. and then you do some, I don't know, you do some weed, maybe even some other drugs or something, maybe some alcohol. You go fuck some bitch, maybe even you go fuck an ugly bitch, and you it's like a transformation. You come out of the steam, you know these sci-fi movies, the steam and the electricity mixed, and then this figure just struts out through the fucking smoke like some science lab cloned hero or something, some Terminator thing. Like, you know, because if that were the case, I think we all would be walking around looking like that. Not obviously looking like Arnold, because the motherfucker was juiced as fuck. But I'm saying, at least with a good physique. Like I said, you got that fucking like Tarzan looking thing going on. That type of physique, like more of a natural looking physique. And you're gonna just walk out of there looking like some shit. Like what? No. I'll tell you what really happens. You sit there, you play that fucking game box. You play the game box. You beat your missions or whatever the fuck. You do your little your co-op or whatever with your fucking friends or whatever, and guess what? You look in the mirror a month later and you're like, this Larry the Cable Guy gut has actually grown. In fact, because you're storing it there. I know how some of you guys are. You're storing it in one spot too. It's the same. You're storing it in one place, so it's so it looks even crazier. So you got this Larry the Cable Guy thing going on. You got the moobs going on. If you don't know what moobs are, it's man boobs. You got the man boobs going on. You got the saggy. You got the, what do I call it? I always call it the, I call it the flabby, saggy man booty. It's like you don't have the glutes. Like you don't have like the Spider-Man glutes. Like you don't have the comic book Spider-Man glutes. You don't have the tight, the tweet. You don't have, you don't have the tweet buttocks. You have the flabby, saggy glutes going on. In the dad, with the dad bod. Now, like I said, maybe some chicks are into that. And maybe you're cool with that. It's okay. It's fine if that's what you want. But some of us out here know that, like, we know if we train, we don't look like that. It don't work like that. It just don't. Obviously, like I said, when you're an old man, you get to a point to where your body just is different. There's even dudes that are a lot older that they don't look like that. They don't got just the supposed, like, no saggy, flabby buttocks and dad bods going on. No, they have physiques. And some of these guys are not on no juice or super juice. And even at most, some of these guys are simply on low doses of maybe some testosterone because they're up there in age. Right? So it's the fuck. You get what I'm saying? I'm saying, man, this fitness shit is not about. I'm gonna cut it here because I've ranted too long. This fitness shit is not about Cheetos, Fritos, Nugs, Chippies, Juicies, and what else is it? What the fuck is it? And whatever. Whatever the fuck name you're gonna call it. Whatever cute fucking name. You and your girlfriend want to sit there, and you want to fucking just sit there and get fatter and lazier, and it ain't about that. I'm just saying it ain't about that, man. And don't get it twisted either. Like I said, even some of these people that you call fat out here, some of these women that you call fat, they got it together, man. They got it together. I don't even know how to say it, man. I laugh at. Alright, this is about to be mean. I'm about to say some women are gonna be like, you motherfucker! You little bastard! You motherfucker! Who do you think you are? Man, I laugh at some of you bitches out here that you can't even do squats. I'm like, How the fuck you can't do squats? Are you an old ass lady? Like seriously, legit, are you really are you a 70 to 80-year-old lady? You can't do squats? I mean, somebody made a joke about this. I think it was Jesse PS from Pod Awful. He said some shit about girls who like they go to the gym. Yeah, they got a solid lower body, but their upper body ain't nothing. Like, you know, they drag around these heavy ass dogs, you know, literal canines, these dogs. And these dogs almost damn near drag them with the leash because it's like they got stability under, but then upper, they don't have like the stability, you know, because they don't really train that. So, you know, it makes sense. But like I said, yeah, some girls have solid, you know, solid lower body at least, which is a good thing. Like I said, especially, you know, like these porn bitches, they know what guys like. They know we want the ass and the hips, you know, we want some muscle and some fat. It's like, they know that the squats are integral, right? The squats are integral. Even like to us men too, squats are integral. This ain't no chicken leg shit. this ain't no fucking Jersey Shore, do some fucking bench press and then neglect your legs. Nah, no, you gotta build from the ground up. Your legs first. Right? I don't give a fuck who you are, whether you're tall, skinny like me, short, squat, whatever. No, you doing some squats. I always do squats, motherfucker, and calf raises, bitch, and the glutes get hit. So what the fuck? You get what I'm saying? For girls, you can't do squats, bitch. What the fuck? Like, the fuck's wrong with you, bitch? I watched this movie where some Asian motherfuckers were like, it was hilarious. It was like some old warrior type of Asian shit, and this guy was like, he said, you know, when you get to a certain age, you know, you have to have strong legs to please your husband. She didn't get what the fuck he meant. Yo, you know that, right? I know you guys know what I'm talking about, right? Like, yo, you know what it is, right? Like, I can put in my work, but, right, for you female out there, you know when you have to put your work in, right? You better be dropping it low. You know what I'm saying? Drop it like it's hot. Pop back up. Fast, bitch. Fast energy. Like some of these porn stars do. Like a Rachel Starr or a... I'm just joking. You don't have to do all that in the bedroom. I'm just joking. But you know what I'm saying, right? Even if it's not for your own ego or fitness, if it's just for in the fucking bedroom, you have to do squats. You have to do squats. I'm tired of seeing all this swipe or no swiping, swipe for my shoes shit. Motherfuckers don't want to squat. You want to bend over, fuck your back up, pick shit up wrong. You can't squat. You have no stability in your core. What the fuck? It's like, you gotta squat, motherfucker. If you want to be out here and you want to fight and all this shit, people want to be tough guys, they want to fight, motherfucker. When I shoot down and shoot back up, right? And I have that fucking grip on that single leg, double leg, whatever the fuck it is, oh, your ass is dropped. You know why? It's from them squats, motherfucker. It's that strength in explosives, power, and stability from doing those fucking military presses, squats. I'm talking all the way up, all the way down. Fast. And sometimes without weight or with weight. I'm talking power. You get what I'm saying? A squat is literally like, it's almost like an essential human movement. Like, it's just a movement. It's literally, it's not rocket science. It's literally a monkey movement. This is like some old, this is ancient. Like, what the fuck? I had to say that because I'm tired of seeing this swiping shit. People, my back, motherfucker, your back hurts because you never bend your knees, motherfucker. You never squat. You literally think when you pick anything up that you literally have to, like, bend your back and then lift with your back, or bend down with your back, and it's because you're literally afraid to squat. It's like, you think that you don't have to squat. Okay. Alright. Oh, okay. Okay. Alright. So I know someone out there is going to go on, they're going to hear that tangent and they're going to say, this motherfucker's out of his mind. I'm going to look that up. And then find out that I'm exactly right. That I know what I'm talking about. I'm telling you shit people just don't say because they don't have no reason to. Like I said, I train. But I train. This is my thing. Your thing is your thing. I'm telling you. I'm telling you real shit. You know? Oh, and I also have to say for you females, you say, "Oh, I wanna get it tighter." You know what I'm talking about? You're like, I want it I want it tighter. I want the muscles tight. You already know. I know some of you females already know you do shit, but squats helps with that too. Just in case if you're female, if you're fucking female out there, squats have a part to play in that. Whether you might have known that or not. But yeah, because I know some of you females, you don't you just it's like you just don't even squat. It's pitiful. It's pitiful. I just telling you, it is pitiful. It is sad and it is pitiful. I witnessed this. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be mean. I have to put one of my own friends out there. I tried to teach her to do squats, and I tried to nurture her. I tried to bring her into the realm. I tried to show her. I was like, you gotta. I was like, you're not bending your knees enough. You're not going down far enough. And she had no squat game. I hate to say it, but she had zero squat game. No squat game. She did nothing. She couldn't. I was just like, nah. I was like, nah. And she didn't stick with it either, sadly. But I tried. I tried to show her, and I saw what she was doing. I was like, nah, because you're half-assing. You got to go down. Like you have to have posture. Keep your back straight. It's like you have to. It's training. You have to train. It's not just going to come to you. And I'm going to tell you this: the more out of shape you are, and the heavier you are. Get this, right? The heavier you are, the more out of shape you are, the harder it's going to be for you to even do it. I talked about this before. I always say this. It's like a race against time, and you're pushing yourself further back the more you procrastinate. The more that you half-ass it. The more you don't go all the way in. How do I say this? The more complicated your situation is going to get. And we age with time. We all know this. We age with time. So as time progresses, it gets harder. So that's one of the reasons why every so often I up things. I up a certain load. I up an intensity. I just because I know I'm 30 fucking 4. I already know I'm not no 19-year-old. I'm not 17. I know what this is. So I'm telling you right now. Just take into consideration what I'm saying. Take that into consideration. I know this is long-winded and extreme, but you have to remember this is YouTube, right? This is YouTube, obviously. So I have to yell. I have to yell into a microphone. I have to speak my thoughts, which will come out retarded. But if it wasn't YouTube, obviously I'd be like next to you. I could talk calmly. I could show you certain things. Like I could actually show you physically. I could be like, this is, how you do this. If you don't know, I don't know. Some of you, you're like, you fucking novice. I'm literally like 180 right now, and I'm shredded, or I'm 180 and I'm at like 10% or even 20-30% body fat, and I'm much bigger than you. I know all of this. Well, this isn't for people like you out there. This is for people who just like it's kind of like they know what I'm saying, and they've always thought like they knew, but they needed someone to just say it. So it confirmed it, like to be like, okay, I really get it. I really get it now. It wasn't just my imagination. No, it's not your imagination, my friend. It's not. It's not your imagination. It's reality. And I'm just coming here to just tell you what it is. So this is not like that. It's not a holier than thou. This is not thuggier than thou or fitnessier than thou. This is just reality. This is just my lifestyle. And there's levels, but this is my lifestyle, man. It is what it is. So, boom, there it is. Take it or leave it. This is Steve's Art and Fun channel. And this is a dinner file rant. This is almost a goddamn, I'd call this a movie. This is a movie right now. It's not even a rant. Fuck it. This is a movie right now. And have a nice day. Have a nice day. Like, sub, and sub and share. God damn it.